you mentioned the idea of like there's so much voter apathy in Malawi, which is true, and part of it, like part of the narrative that people give for being like very apathetic about like elections is like they point out to issues of like most of the infrastructure we see, they were under Dr. Kamusubanda, and like we transitioned to like democracy, and there were so many promises of like, oh, now you're becoming democratic, prosperity is gonna come and all that. We've had series of like elections where we change political parties and all that, but when you compare like the development activities, like the deliverables that have happened during like the multi-party era compared to the dictatorship, people now some of the people start to point to like, oh, maybe Malawi should go back to dictatorship now. It's like because of course it's a little bit ridiculous, but of course it's their opinions and all that.
To dictatorship?
Some people say that.
Or do they look
they
at
say like, okay,
those years as good old days? And
like it's mostly, of course, people like fight back against this idea. Like most of the people who were there will be like, okay, it was really terrible then, and for you to be making those kind of like suggestions like, oh, maybe we should go back to dictatorship is very terrible. But like people point out to the fact that there is mostly like no national agenda that gets continued when you're changing political parties. Like people say like, okay, we were able to, like Camus was able to institute all those infrastructure, like developments, because he had 30 years of doing all that. But now, because we're changing now and then political parties, most like projects that get started by one leader, once that leader is out of power, those projects gets discontinued.
Right.
So.
But when you think about it, really, from everything I have read,
yeah,
and a lot of people that I was able to talk to and with when I was in Malawi last year,
yeah,
the economy is stupid.
Yeah.
Poverty,
yeah,
is like an equal opportunity employer.
Yeah.
Why would Malawians, you think, vote for a vote of confidence in the current government, the Democratic Progressive Party?
Well, I guess, okay, I pay attention to like voices that people present, for example, like Facebook groupings or a bit like WhatsApp groups and like Twitter, all that. And from what I've observed mostly, like people look at, for example, you talked of like Chirima. Most of the people who are like in his movement are from like DPP. Like came from DPP. Even himself, I mean, came from DPP to form his movement.
Correct.
You look at Chakwera. Now he is like in an alliance with Just Banda, who, I mean, unfortunately, Just Banda is like, AKA Cashgate. So you look at, okay, people are like, okay, UTM is just frustrated people who have moved out of like DPP because they were denied maybe like opportunities in DPP. Chakwera is like, he's in with Cashgate. Right. So therefore, the devil is better than the angel that you don't.
Really?